Hey heroes, welcome in. We are your hosts for hire. I am Lucas Rand. This is Kyle Cage. And today we're going to get a little bit back into our fantasy football Super Bowl drafts.
Yeah, we recently did a video on the superhero Super Bowl where we drafted a team each from players on both Marvel and DC. And we're going to talk a little bit more about which team we think would win and why. Before we get into that, make sure to head over to Hosts4Hire podcast on all socials, specifically trying to get to 1,000 on YouTube. We're
Man, we're
getting
so
real
close. We're already
close.
at like 750, man.
Yeah,
It's the
we
climb
got
is
a little bit
crazy.
more to push. If you guys will help us out, and then also jump over to TikTok. We were trying to get
Yes.
more on there, trying to get to 1,000 on there. We're a lot farther away on that.
Yes.
So if we could really use your help
Use
on
your help,
that.
please.
And I also need to get ready for this superhero Super Bowl. Give me a moment.
You're going to get ready. Oh boy. Nah.
Get to make sure it's right on my ears here. Got to make sure it's on my ears so I can still hear Lucas. There it is.
Whose
All
football
right,
helmet is that?
let's get it. Let's do it. We are ready for some football.
That is the best thing I've seen all week. It looks
All
so
right.
official, dude.
It's actually my brother's semi-pro helmet.
You could. I was gonna say, it looks like you could take a real good licking in that. That is so good, dude. All right, well, shit. I don't have anything to prepare myself, so I'm going skins. Your shirts, I'm skins.
All right. So we have these teams here. We're gonna put them up for you. My offense consists of Bullseye as quarterback. We have a Nova as my running back, Nightcrawler as my one of my wide receivers, Doctor Octopus as another one. My flex position being Plastic Man, and my tight end being Jaime Reyes Blue Beetle. And
And
what's your offense?
my offense is quarterback, Cyborg, running back, the Juggernaut. My two wide receivers are Cloak and Spidey. My flex position is Morph, and my tight end is Martian Manhunter.
I'm not gonna lie, you got a pretty mean offense going,
Indeed,
but I
indeed.
think my defense consisting of linebacker John Stewart,
Mm,
defensive tackle King Shark, defensive end Colossus,
that's right.
cornerback Captain Marvel, and safety Mr. Fantastic could give them a run for their money.
I kind of forgot all the players that each like that you had drafted on your team because I have my list here, but you have your own, and yeah, these are some mean teams, my boy. Because on
Yep.
defense, I have linebacker Lobo, the main man,
Mm.
defensive tackle Bane, defensive end Wonder Woman, because we ain't sexist here. And on cornerback, we got Damien in the Batman Beyond suit. And
Yeah.
safety, we have Mysterio. A little bit of trickery, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Looks like
Got a little caught up with the helmet.
I'm just a little all twisted up. God damn it, you look so hilarious. It's so funny, dude.
All right.
The
All
mouth
right.
guard and
So that
everything.
is a mean defense, though.
Yes.
Hmm.
So you guys, basically what we're gonna get into here is we're gonna talk about who we think would win this Super Bowl and why. And what we want you guys to do is get into our comments and tell us your opinions on it. Who you think would win? Who you think would be better players? Who you think would be victorious in this Super Bowl? Because it's playoffs are coming, and like Kyle and I said, we are full blown dorks through and through. But that doesn't mean we don't like a good sports ball every now
Yeah,
and
I
then.
like a good sports ball
And
game every now and then.
hell yeah, we are from Wisconsin, so we be Packer fans. So we've been blessed for a good long while. Tell us where you're from and what team you root for in our comments as well.
All right off the bat, I don't know if I'm trying to think if anyone on my defense can stop Juggernaut. John Stewart might have a chance.
Yeah, so like that it's interesting because Juggernaut almost was one that like should be put on an OP list, but I do feel like the Green Lantern plus who else did you have, like Colossus?
Colossus
We
would
saw
be a good
Colossus
one.
kind of give Juggernaut some. It obviously depends on the version of Juggernaut,
That's
but like
true. That's
we'll assume it's not like full Sidorak out like Juggernaut. He's just a big,
regular
beefy,
Juggernaut.
crazy
Yeah.
motherfucker. You know.
So with that in mind, I think you would score some points for sure with just on the run game.
Yeah, 100.
But I
percent
don't think you'll
If
be
it's
like
tight, if it's on the
unstoppable.
goal line, boy, I'm getting in. You
Yep.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure,
Uh,
for sure.
what I think.
Whereas I might be getting them deep passes with Nightcrawler
Oh yeah,
and
man. I
Bullseye.
was, yep. Bullseye, Nightcrawler. You have Doc Ock as well.
A lot of
That's
targets there, a lot of hands to target.
and so
Uh,
like I went a little. So like if you go back when I drafted Spidey to the wide receiver position, and then immediately regretted it, and was like,
mhm,
damn, I needed some type of like cornerback to deal with all your receivers because like
yeah,
I'm gonna be a struggling. I'm hoping my hope is that my pick with Mysterio was that he could put out a bunch of clones and a
a
bunch of
bunch of
illusions,
illusions and not
and
know
then
that that's a great,
not
yeah.
necessarily know where he actually is on the field.
And
You know,
who's actually open and who's not.
right, right, exactly. So that is like my way to counteract that. I think our offenses are pretty. Yeah, I think you have the upper hand on the receivers because Martian Manhunter, I was thinking would be a really good blocker.
Yeah. But
Less
he
on
can
the like
also
receive
like do trick plays like cuz he can become incorporeal and like let the defender through and then be
through
open as hell.
a good screen. Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
man, nah, that's so true. Uh, yeah, you guys. Before we get like to who we think would be the winner, what are the reasons that you guys think that these are both either good football players? Who you think characters that would transition well would be? Who you would have picked instead? Like instead of Cyborg, would you have picked Green Arrow or Hawkeye? Y- y- You know,
Interesting. Yeah.
Deadshot.
And make sure to check out
There's a
our
lot of
first
them.
video too. Obviously, I don't know if we said at the
Mhm.
beginning because we talk about a little bit of more about why we picked these characters
Yes,
on there as
yes,
well.
100%. Um, Cloak as the wide receiver, I didn't really consider that. Like, does Cloak need Dagger? I don't really know how. I'm gonna be honest. I don't really know how their powers work. I know that they're kind of like intertwined, but like my idea is that he could kind of be like Nightcrawler in a sense where he could like take players in and shoot them out. Like some like crazy like trick plays like that.
Yep. Be
Uh,
able to suck the ball into his vortex.
yeah, yeah. Does that work with other people other than Dagger?
I don't think so, but I know he can do it with inanimate objects, so he would be able to like
Do it with the ball
make
at
the
the very least.
ball unfumbleable.
That's funny. That is pretty great. Or you know who you have, which is crazy, is Plastic Man. You have
Yeah,
Plastic Man and Mister Fantastic.
yeah. So my
That
stretch, they stretch. I stretch. I'm all over
I,
the place.
I was gonna say. So Plastic Man is low key like the most OP character in all of DC.
As
Because
far well,
unlike
see,
Mister
here's the thing.
Fantastic, Plastic Man's a polymorph, so he can
Yeah,
become anything.
here's the thing about Plastic Man. He's OP in that he is almost nigh indestructible. He's like almost invincible. My shit is fucking up. But he's
How are
almost.
you in there? By the way,
I,
how you doing?
doing fantastic. Uh, well, Plastic Man is nigh indestructible. He's also not like super, super duper like powerful,
Yeah, he's not
powerful.
strong per
No,
se.
but he's very he has a lot of
His
like
application,
variability.
yeah, like
I
he's
would
got so many
argue though,
applications.
I would argue on your half that your flex position is even more flexible. Is even
Yeah, morph.
more.
Yeah,
Yeah, like it's the ultimate. I can do anything you
yeah,
can
be anything.
do. Yeah,
Uh,
basically
yeah,
you have a character that
he
can
was my
be
number one
any of
pick.
mine
Remember,
or
he
your
was my
character.
first
Oh
round pick.
yeah,
Was morph because
it's
of
a
that
good one.
exactly. Because like he's kind of anyone.
Yeah, he's
Um,
everyone on the field, anyone on the field that he needs to be at
who
any
was your
given
first
time.
round pick? I forget. Plastic Man, wasn't it?
Plastic Man, I want to
Yeah, it
say
was.
as well
Yep.
as a
Yep.
flex. Yep.
Yeah, we went flex right away. The Plastic and Morph.
Yeah.
So, yo,
And it's
who would
hard
you
to
guys
pass
have
up.
taken as your first round pick if you had like the choice? Sometimes if you play fantasy football, that getting the first round pick kind of sucks.
Yeah.
You know,
We had a
and,
whole
and
list of characters we were choosing from. We did have 5 on a 2 OP list. So if you
yes,
guys do want to pick your characters, we omitted the Flash, Doomsday, Thanos, Darkseid, and Hulk just because they felt a little too strong
yeah,
to
way
be
too strong.
in here. So if you do want to criticize our teams and you say one of those 5, we did omit those. We are aware that they exist and they would be
I think
amazing football
honestly,
players.
now that I'm looking at both of our teams here and I'm trying to decide who would like win in like my genuine opinion, I think our both of our weakest positions are cornerback. We
Yeah.
waited a little long on cornerback because I have Damien, and granted he's in the Batman Beyond suit, which gives him like a crazy edge. But like
But Captain Marvel's
you
also
know,
not a great. She's
yeah,
way better in so many other positions.
yeah,
Almost
yeah,
almost
for
most other positions.
for sure, for sure. But and then but like other than the bat suit, like Damien's just a person out there playing against
Yeah.
like King Shark and Lobo, and not that he can't stand his own, but
I
on
mean,
the
it's kind of the
football
same
field,
thing with
it's a bit different.
Doc Ock. Like he has some mechanical arms.
That's true. That's true. He's just like an old man.
He's like, why am I here? What the
it's,
hell?
it's just fucking Alfred Molina, just like what the.
There's a guy on this team that's literally called the Human Rocket. Why am I here?
That's hilarious,
There's
man.
a Martian.
Yeah. So like, we didn't even talk about the fact that you have Nova. Nova is while Juggernaut is a good like goal line running back. Nova is gonna get the edge. That
Yeah, if
motherfucker.
he can if he can hit that corner, if he can turn that corner,
Gone.
and he's gone. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I would say that I feel like my team has the offensive edge, whereas your team has the defensive
The
edge.
defensive
With
edge.
Lobo, Bane, and Wonder Woman
Yeah.
as your
Yeah.
front line there,
I'm
that
definitely
is
gonna agree with that.
tough
And
to get past.
you guys are gonna have to tell us because what is it in your opinion? Does a good offense win games, or does a good defense win games?
Yeah,
You know,
it's the play
because
calling. I'm a better coach.
you son of a bitch. Hey, no, that's great. Who would be your coach? You have to pick a coach from either
Ooh.
Marvel or DC, and I'll think of one too.
Okay, so we kind of went through this a little bit
Yeah, we did. We
when
have a few
we were
options
coming
that
up
I'm
with the
thinking.
idea of this. Um, a good head coach, just a good
Yeah,
head
right. Just like
coach.
good, just a head coach. You know how I'm gonna take? I'm gonna go first. You took too long. I'm taking Lex Luthor.
Dude, that was it. That was whoop, lost my headset. That was. I was debating between him and Doctor Doom. And here's
Ooh.
the thing: why I would go with a villain invariably is because they're gonna be more ruthless.
Oh yeah, no, that's exactly that was exactly in my head because I was thinking Captain America.
Or Batman would be a good one too.
A good strategist.
Just
Yes,
any of the leaders, any of the strategists. But if you want that ruthlessness, you gotta go with
gotta
the
go
villain.
villain. Gotta go with the villain.
Mhm.
So it's
So
gonna be
if you're
Lex
taking
versus
Lex,
Doom,
I'm
huh?
taking Doom.
Hey, that's fantastic. Yo, you okay? So that even adds a whole nother layer to it. You guys, who do you think is a better coach? Who do you think would play call this game better with the weapons that they have? Um, because that's great. Because like Lex like would use morph in some pretty like
Interesting ways.
interesting
Yeah.
ways, and same with Doom and Plastic Man, and like John Stewart's constructs and like stuff like that. Like the way it's very fascinating.
Yeah. That is
Yeah, because
interesting.
like with John, could you like construct like other beings? Like
More players.
more like kind of like Mysterio, like I'm doing with Mysterio, but kind of like
That's interesting.
with
Give yourself
like
more defenders, more blockers, more whatever you need.
yeah, no,
I didn't
yo,
even think
this
about
is
that.
actually
See?
such a fun thought. You guys,
Yeah.
talk to us in the comments about like the things that you can come up
Yeah,
with
let us
certain
know if you're
characters. Because
enjoying
like,
this, if you want to hear us
yeah,
talk more about it too, because we'll do some more.
yeah,
Like we did
absolutely.
write down as well, which I find really great. We did put some thought into who the refs would be. Let us know who you think the best refs would be. We came up with the doctors.
Oh yeah, Doctor
Doctor
Fate and
Fate
Doctor
and Doctor
Strange.
Strange. Yep,
That's
they would
right.
be. If something needs to be replayed, we got Doctor Strange with the time stone.
Yeah,
He's
dude,
like,
that's
I'll show
fantastic.
you
And
exactly what
hey,
happened.
there's no bullshit with Doctor Fate. All right, order is
Yeah,
we're gonna play a classy game out there, fellas.
we're gonna keep it professional. All right, we're gonna do the right thing.
God, that's good.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, well, so hey, you guys, tell us again in the comments who you think would win, who you think are the like best characters, who your coach would be, who your refs would be. Like, talk to us about all this shit because, like I said, this is a really fun thought. And if you are a fan of comics and sports mixed, you know, talk to us because that's exactly where our brains are at right now.
Yeah,
Playoffs
we
are
got
coming. You know, we're excited. So we just wanted to make a video about this. And please, like Kyle said in the beginning, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe at Hosts4Hire podcast on YouTube and TikTok. We are trying to get to that elusive 1,000. Once we get to that 1,000, we're going to get to that 10,000, and then 100,000, and then million, and then trillion, and then we're going to take over the world. And it's going to be fantastic.
nerds will rule the world. All right, we will. This is the beginning of a movement of nerds taking over and making content good again. Make content great again. All right.
Yeah, make content great again. Yeah, you look, by the way, like what you're saying is serious, but you look so ridiculous. And it's so great.
Come
But yeah,
at me.
you guys, again, if you enjoy this type of content, please follow us. We're trying to like diversify the type of videos that we're making. You know, we're trying to kind of find our audience a little bit, you know, and if that's
And also
you,
just kind of
let
make
us know.
things that we enjoy talking about. Like you said,
Yeah, we're just trying to have
this was a
fun.
fun, yeah, this was a fun experiment, a cool little thing we did. You know, like we'll probably do some more like this. Let us know if you guys have any ideas of
Yeah.
anything that you want to see us do, or if you want to talk about stuff. Let's interact. Let's do the thing. You know.
Yeah, that's the whole point of this podcast, you know, just to have fun, talk to each other about comic shit, and interact with the community. I can't look at you. Like it's like I'm like looking at you on
I can
camera
see
as
it
I'm
in your
trying to talk.
face.
It's so hard.
I can see it in your face that you're having a real hard time with it.
But yes, you guys, we will see you guys next week or next time when we make another video. And
Thanks for stopping in.
thanks for stopping in.